Exploding cheese anyone? I am not op. Original post by you, Lord God Jen in R. Perth. Trigger warnings. Nil. # mood spoilers. Nil. Original. Bought cheese from the restore and cut into it and it exploded. There was a small piece of rope within the cheese. Burnt and broke the knife. Any idea what's happened? Link. The 3rd of September, 2022. Image link. Update in comment. This is a TLDR spoiler of what happened. Skip if you want to read the full story of what happened. Never mind, it wasn't the cheese. We did a full inspection and my friend accidentally cut through a cable which was underneath the cheese. Man facepalming. Less than. Full story cheese explosion update. Link. The 6th of September. Just wanted to say thanks to everyone for reading, upvoting, awarding and sharing our story on an electrifying cheese fondue night. We made it to the Bell Tower Times and the Restore posted it too. We hope we made you have a good giggle. For those that are still confused about what happened, here's the full story. 6 ladies do a cheese fondue night at each other's houses on occasion. This evening was hosted by one of said ladies. Whilst driving to her home, we received a phone call from the host in shock that the cheese had exploded. Naturally, we laughed thinking it was a joke. When we got there she was in absolute shock and we realized it wasn't actually a joke, so we went to see what was going on. At this point the cheese was on the paper wrapper with the burnt knife next to it by the sink. Due to the cheese's location, when we arrived we assumed she was cutting the cheese on that specific counter, so we could not figure out how it exploded. We checked under it, around it, even breaking the cheese with our hands. With caution, as we didn't know how it could have done that to the cheese. At one point we were all questioning our sanity and wondered how on earth this cheese exploded. We assumed maybe there was some sort of explosive that was accidentally in the cheese. We spent about 40 minutes searching around the sink and trying to figure out what had happened, whilst also asking our friend to explain her steps. After still quizzing each other on what could have possibly happened, I decided to ask the wonderful people of Perth to see if this has happened before. And what better platform to ask than the Perth subreddit page. Whilst the post was live, we decided to leave the explosive cheese and use the other cheese for our fondue. One of the other ladies decided to take over and wanted to start the grating process when she realized it wasn't turning on. When trying to plug it in elsewhere, it also wasn't turning on, so she realized it wasn't working and that there was a small cut in the wire. That's when one of the ladies said, "Did you cut the cheese on this countertop?" To which the host said, "Oh yeah. Why?" Quote dot. Alas, we found the cause of the explosion. She had cut the cheese next to the electric grater but had accidentally put the paper wrapper above a small section of the appliance's cable. As the wire was hidden, she proceeded to cut the cheese and eventually cut the wire where it exploded in her face. She was in shock and luckily wearing rubber-soled footwear. It's been 3 days since the incident and our friend is thankfully okay. We are all laughing about it and hope it makes you laugh too. In other news, if anyone would like to join our next cheese fondue night, let us know. It's gonna be the bomb. Reminder, I am not the original poster. P.S. I hope I did that correctly. It asked for paragraph break. I don't know what I'm doing. Ah, the eternal choice for the middle-aged. Death from age, or death fromage. R. Perth represent rock medium dark skin tone. When you try to cut the cheese, but the cheese shocks you. Love a silly, low-stakes update.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.